I'm Dr. Raphael D'Angelo, and I'd like to go over what to do when the kit comes in, as this will answer some questions for you. First thing is that the box that we send it in, keep it, because you'll need it to return the samples in the box. Regulations state that for biological materials they need to be double boxed, and so that's one reason why you have two boxes. The white box is a very tough box, and we've had no problems with any damage to the specimens. So these boxes need to be saved for repackaging. In the white box is a plastic bag that is Ziploc closed, and your vials with preservative are found inside. So let's go over that. You want to use either the paper that came, the towel, or another fresh towel to wrap them up. The pink top tube is for urine, and it has a special preservative that's different from the one in the stool. This then can be opened. We keep them kind of tight so they won't spill, but disregard the fact that there's a little spoon attached to the top, and when the urine is collected you can put some urine in here. It doesn't take a lot. There is a line here that indicates where the cutoff is, so this would be about a tablespoon or two of urine at most, and if you get it over the line, that's not a concern. Tighten it up tightly after collection. The stool is placed in a black cap container, and this one too has a scooper attached to the top, and we ask that for a formed stool that you collect small pieces from different parts of that stool sample, place them in the special preservative, and again, it's usually such that the liquid level is displaced up to the black line. If it goes a little over, that's not a problem. It may be advantageous to put your name and date of birth on these containers before you start, so that will already be done. When they are collected, make sure they're tight, and then just wrap them back up in paper toweling, and they go back into the plastic bag, and then the plastic bag is sealed, and then we are going to place that into the white box, and that is then closed, and that then is ready to come back to me so we can process and analyze it. Let's talk a little bit about what else comes in the kit. There's a little brochure that talks about some signs and symptoms of parasites and some myths that we talk about, and a little bit about our program. The first page that greets you is just a general checklist and asks that you send a couple of pieces of paper with your specimen, and we'll talk about that in a minute. The pages that then are coming in with the kit, the first page is about the program, and this might be of interest to those of you who are not familiar with the ParaWellness program, how I got it started and why we do it. The second page is more of a credentials page about me, which talks about why I am doing it. And then there are 2 pages that are identical. One is for you to read, sign, and keep, and the other one needs to be returned to me. It is a request to be a research associate. This is a very important document because it takes us out of public view and puts it into a private contract between myself and yourself, and it protects our rights to be able to do what we are doing. So read it over and sign a copy, and this comes with the specimens back to me. So that would be one that you really want to be sure and include. The next form, called History, Health History and Payment Form, this also is one that is very valuable to me because it gives me how to get a hold of you, who the doctor or person is that referred you, if any, who is going to take care of you, if any. If not, I'm available. And then some information that helps me understand what you're going through. On the back, there's a section for those folks that are dealing with a cancer or maybe have already dealt with it. If you haven't already paid for this in some fashion, there's a section there so you can include a payment with your specimen. So this would be the second page that goes with your specimens, and then they are sent to me. Full directions for collection are available on the final page. The front side is how to collect the stool specimen, and the back side talks about collecting the urine specimen. I get a lot of questions about when to collect and how to collect, and I would say that the urine can be collected at really any time, but my preference would be a urine that is gone through the night, and then it's your first morning specimen of urine. That means that there's a lot more cellular material that I can see when I do the microscopic work. And if that's not going to work out for you, then when there's been a sufficient length of time between passing urine, then collect me a urine sample, put it in the specimen container. Once a sample is in the specimen container, it is preserved. So you don't have to worry about how fast you get it to me or that you have to refrigerate it. It's just room temperature, it's in the preservative, you're good to go. The stool collection, people are often asking how to do that. You can take ordinary kitchen plastic wrap, like saran wrap, and make a little sling across the john and drop a paper plate on that sling, and then after passing your stool sample, you can work with it before it goes on over into the water, and you can flush it down. If that's not convenient or going to work, a plastic bag from the grocery store, it will work just fine. Tape it to the outside of the toilet and go. This would be preferable for someone who's having loose or very mushy stools. It would be easier to collect it, and of course make sure that the plastic bag you're using does not have holes in it, so you will be more able to work with the sample. Once the samples have been collected, caps tightened, you've repackaged them in some towel or paper towel, then put it in the plastic bag, zip that closed, and put it in the white box that we had showed you earlier. And once it's in the white box, and then your 2 forms, your request to be a research associate and your health history form, they go in, seal it up, and it's ready to go. People often ask us, how do we get this to you? How fast do you need it? Once it's in the preservative, those specimens are good for 2 months. So there's no rush to have to get it to me overnight or even a second day air. I would prefer just from the fact that it's so expensive to move packages quickly. Just put it in either postal second day, priority mail, or UPS or FedEx ground. Those are perfectly fine. Once the specimens come in, we'll attend to them, and we'll give you an email. If you don't have email, we'll give you a call and let you know the specimens are in. So I think that's important points to know about what to do with the kit when it comes in, how to collect it, and to be sure and include the paperwork, and if necessary, a payment. So thank you very much for your attention, and if you need further help with this, then give us a call at the office. Thank you.